Very, very true. Anywho, now we know where Quark could potentially be hiding. Isn't he like all metal so he wouldn't be able to feel a massage? Well, considering that Quark had a fantasy about making out to Courtney Gears during the Quark Vid Comic, it does bring into question whether or not he and or Courtney could reproduce. Considering that Courtney is a robot and he's, well, Quark is Quark. I don't know what species Quark is. I mean, he looks human, but whatever. This series is a bit weird, but who cares? I love that. That gives it its charm, in my opinion. Alright, time to find Captain Quark and finally snap him back into reality. Like, really? Why? Why is he abandoning everyone now? Is he really that scared? I mean, sure, Dr. Nefarious is a real threat, and he does follow through on his promises. He may be silly, but damn, when he has the right weaponry, he is quite a nasty foe. And what's up with him calling everything squishies? Or everyone squishies, you mean to say, huh? Well, the term squishies, the way Dr. Nefarious says it, he refers to all organic life forms as that. So, someone like Ratchet or Sasha or even Al, they are considered organic life forms, and to Dr. Nefarious, they are squishies. Even Captain Quark is considered a squishy because, well, he's organic. So, in a way, Dr. Nefarious is racist. Just saying.
Hey, kid, the bouncer just went on sale. If you get here fast, I'll throw in a 10% smart shopper discount.
Ooh, sounds awesome. Why don't we go ahead and do that? Follow through on his offer. Might as well, right? Let's see. Not Blackwater City. Where do we have to go? Okay. Let's head back to Aquatos and see... I almost said Skid. That's incorrect. It's Sid Cognito. That's who we need to go see. Also, the quote-unquote...
Still here?
Oh.
Just to suffer.
That's a very good question, Super Colex. Why are we still here? Well, anyway... there is one other thing I haven't really mentioned yet, and that is we do have a new follower on Twitch. That person, if I can scroll down without the computer going boom. Just scroll upwards. No, let's. I'm gonna try this if I can. Okay, never mind, that ain't gonna work. Dang it! Oh well, it's fine. Let's go ahead and teleport to Slim Cognito and pick up the bouncer. Which, in this case, is free. I think the 10% discount applies like during the first few minutes. You have roughly 5 to 10 minutes to get back to this planet, and if you happen to have save data from Ratchet Clank going commando, then you'll be able to get the weapon for free. So there we go. Got our bouncer back.
Looks like you two got connections in high places.
That we do. So that's pretty nice. And this is also going to be a really good opportunity to level up this weapon too, since Quark's hideout is one of the late game planets. And if you happen to bring a level 1 weapon here, or one of the weaker weapons, well, let's just say things are going to get kind of crazy in terms of EXP gains. Because this planet is going to hold some of the most difficult enemies that you're going to be dealing with in the entire game. I'm just saying. Oh, and by the way, the new follower was... It was, Sadly? I don't remember. Either way, if that person's here right now, thank you for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for following me. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content. Alright, I gotta remember. Hello, we can, there we go. Everything goes boom. Oh, and by the way, this entire path I'm taking now is entirely optional. But trust me, it is well worth the trip. You'll soon see why that is. It's going to be a rather treacherous path, but you know what? That's okay. I'll happily take these wide-angle paths versus any of those metal tracks that we had to deal with back in Ratchet Clank 1. You know what I mean? Those things are like... suddenly ninjas! Evil gnomes. Gotta let them little gnomeskis just jumping around. Swinging katanas? What can I say? This game is weird. One very nice thing about this point in the game is the Bolt game that we're going to be experiencing now is going to be quite massive. Makes sense considering that we have to deal with a bunch of really tough enemies like these Quark bots that act like Captain Quark's security system. Makes sense, this is his secret hideout after all, his secret hideaway to get away from absolutely everyone and everything. Although it really does beg the question, why not go for someplace a little more tropical? Like a beach, like Pokitaru. That would have been a nice planet to revisit. But no, apparently that ain't gonna happen. Ever. Oh my god. I had to get hit by every single laser, I swear to god. Here we go again. Okay, screw it. Still got a bit of health in reserve. Everything's fine. Everything's hunky-dory. Just gotta YOLO it to the finish. And here we are. Phew, okay. Here we are.
You can use that PDA to access the weapons vendor from anywhere. You'll have to pay a little extra for shipping and handling, of course.
Yeah, and this thing is super expensive at 250,000 bolts, which unfortunately we are kind of short on that in that regard. So, now that the obstacle course is... Well then! It's time to put on my cowboy hat and start talking like this for the next 5 minutes. Yeehaw! Now anyway, back to what I was saying. Now that the obstacle course has been cleared, got ourselves some super convenient teleporter, so once we get another 250k in terms of bolts and everything like that, bada bing bada boom, we'll be able to get ourselves the freaking PD.
This is a warp point. The warp pad can be used wherever you find a warp point. Stand on a warp point and press triangle to attach the warp pad. Then snap to that pad anytime with circle. Warp pads will disappear over time, or if you throw down a second pad.
Very interesting. So, warp pads are basically a little handy-dandy gadget. And much like the slingshot, you just set the little thingamajig down and then just push their circle button and everything's all hunky-dory. Okay, on to the next big thing. Also, another thing I just noticed about this here bouncer is that it only allows you to shoot one bouncer at a time. Why only one? Because the thing is pretty damn powerful. It's not like the Gatron weapons and Ratchet Clank on Commando when those things are next to useless. They're only a novelty. The only exception when it comes to the Gatron weaponry and going Commando just has to be the gosh diddly dang rhino. Because let me tell you something, folks, that most Gatron weapons in that game were complete poo-poo garbage. Like, holy moly. They are big fat stinko-rooney. Why that is, I have no freaking idea. But, you know what? It doesn't really matter at this point. Thankfully, any returning weapons that we get our hands on are from Megacorp, aka the better weapons, versus Gadgetron, at least in my honest opinion. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Ooh, perfect opportunity to make everything go even better. Can we please just stop skating around like we're a freaking ballerina on the ice skating routine? I mean, really, come on now. Makes you wonder how the hell is it that Ratchet's able to maintain his balance in the middle of a freaking firefight on ice? The only thing missing here is a musical. Well then, pretty boy. He dead! Poor Ratchet is dead. He's frozen solid. Guess we have to let that poor old multiply go. Alright, had to do it. The jokes write themselves, as they say. Seriously, screw these ice physics. They are the worst. Some of the worst mechanics to ever be introduced in any video game under the sun. Alright, son, why do they have to be the most annoying things ever? Just, I hate them. I always hate them whenever they're brought up. They always make things way more difficult than they need to be. Oh, nice miss. Nice miss, Ratchet. Can we please climb the gosh dilly dang ladder? That way we can get this stupid bot and smack him upside the head? That would be fantastic. Seriously, just die. Please, just perish. Talk about pain in the ass. Am I right or am I right? God, how long has it been so far since the reward has been redeemed? It certainly seems like it's been 5 minutes, but who the hell knows? Maybe I'll just keep this up for as long as I possibly can. In other words, keep going until we make it to the next checkpoint, and then we'll just go back to speaking normally, aka non-southern, you know? Another upgrade. I like it like that, but I don't like the fact that Quark is smacking me upside the head. Can you please just go away? Now then. I'm kind of surprised that counted as a hyper strike. Really? Stupid freaking ninja bot. Why have to be such a pain? Sure, whatever you say, you cat quack. Why say it like that, you darn varmint? Hi, please. Excuse me. God, I hate these stupid bots. It's so annoying that they just appear out of gosh diddly dang nowhere. Oh, and by the way, if you couldn't tell, checkpoints on this planet are rather scarce. Makes sense considering how far into the game we are. And this is only the 3rd session, and we're not even close to done. At least I think we're not close to done. At least in terms of 100% completion. But in terms of the story, yeah, we are getting pretty close to the end. Oh, and by the way, if you couldn't tell, the bouncer is excellent for clearing out a bunch of varmints at once. Because everything goes boom real quick. Just unfortunately, when it comes to the fact that the... Okay, not that. I want this. There we go. Oh, hi. How y'all doing? Who's here for the barbecue? Me. There we go. All done. That takes care of all the rubber duckies. Why not call them rubber duckies? They're clearly not rubber. Ah, who cares? Now, see, it's a free trophy out of there. So that's pretty gosh diddly dang sweet. Oh, great. Yes, it was a bit of an extra obstacle course. Great. Just great. Alright, Clank. Do your thing. I knew they were going up here. And true to my word, I decided, yeah, let's actually start talking normal again. I gotta say, that was a lot of fun pulling off that southern accent. That is natural. Oh, and speaking of ads, even though there is an ad starting up soon, if you choose to subscribe to my Twitch channel, you'll not only be able to continue watching the stream ad-free, but you'll also gain access to some new emotes that I recently cooked up. Gotta say, I'm really proud of my work. Oh, and one more thing worth mentioning too. If you happen to gift 5 or more Tier 1 subs today, you'll be able to do so at 35% off. Of course, that's for Tier 1 only and excludes Twitch Prime subs, so keep that in mind. Getting ready for me. You were getting ready for me to talk normal. Fair enough. But what can I say? That southern accent, it was not only a lot of fun, but it also felt really natural. Makes sense. A lot of people, whenever I would talk normally in Maine, people thought I had an accent. Are you from the South? Yeah, that's what they asked me. A lot of people did that. They thought it was funny. Yeah, I agree. It was pretty funny. Oh, time to monkey around again. This is when the fun really begins. Also makes me wonder, why is it that the Blank's mouth was starting to move, and yet, for whatever reason, it was like, let's not animate the rest of the cutscene. That's something that always bothered me, even back on the PlayStation 2. It just seems odd and inconsistent, but I suppose it was repeat dialogue, which was the reason why they just ultimately decided, yeah, no need to try the old ground again. No big deal. No big deal at all. Alright, Scrunch, do your thing. Okay, any time now, buddy. Okay, cool. I swear, it just seems like the ability to aim, it's different between Clank and Ratchet. It's so odd, really. Why that is, I have no clue. It's like when you're playing as Ratchet, you can use L2 to aim, but when you're playing as Clank, you have to use L1 instead. Why? I have no idea. Can I seriously not destroy that thing? Okay, never mind. It's gone. Cool. Never even seen it before now, but you thought I... Oh. Well, that's because when it came to the southern accent thing, I only recently added that as a channel point reward. I kind of mentioned that I wanted to do that after the first session of this game, and I did just that. I just added it as a new reward. I added it during the second session, or more or less just before the second session started. So, yeah. The reason why I wanted to add it as a new reward is just for a slight change of pace. No. Follow me, please. We got places to be. We got things to do. You weren't there during the second stream. Fair enough. Totally fair, my dude. Totally fair. Oh, and by the way, if you do end up missing any sessions of this game, all the VODs are always up on my YouTube channel. Sadly, Twitch only holds regular VODs for up to 14 days for affiliates, unless that particular affiliate has Twitch Turbo or Amazon Prime, in which case the VODs stay up for 60 days, and that's just for the 1080p 60 streams. If the person ends up streaming in 1440p, then those sessions only stay up for 7 days, in which case the quality downgrades to 1080p for the remaining 7 days. It's really weird how Twitch has that set up for 1440p streams and also the 1080p streams and just things like that. It's just really odd. And there we go. We're done here.